In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to do the zigzag stitch. It's really quite easy, so without further ado I'm going to show you how to load the pen. I'm also going to show you the slip knot, and then we're going to begin to load. So grabbing a piece of wire, could be floral wire, could be anything if you wish, then just put the yarn onto the wire where it folds, and then take in the other two pieces, the two sides, and just put them through and pull it through. It's easier than just trying to push that through that. Okay, so there you go. This is good to go. This is using Caron sprinkle cakes, by the way, and it's a chunky weight yarn, so you can double strand if you have to, if the thickness is not big enough for you. So let's begin to do this stitch. Now remember, with these flat looms you can go as big as you want to go, so there's much longer versions, but this particular one is just a shorter one for demonstration purposes. I would like you to start off with the slip knot, so I'm going to pretend that you don't know how to do a slip knot. So you're just going to take the yarn and take your pointer finger and wrap the yarn twice. Okay, so yarn, wrap twice. So point and wrap twice. Noticing that this is already on, it has to be on before you do this. You're going to take the back one that's on the back of your hand and jump it over the forward, so it's a game of leapfrog, and then you're going to take this new back one, and this frog is so excited when he jumps over the other one, then he jumps right over the top of the finger, and that is your slip knot that you're going to start with. So wrap in your finger twice, play the game of leapfrog. The back one jumps over the first one, and then the new one that's at the back is so excited he jumps over and goes right up over top of the finger. And therefore that is your slip knot, and that's the one I want you to put right here. So put that on there and secure it by just pulling it a little bit snug. Don't pull it too tight, and tuck the straggler so that it's inside the loom like that. I am right-handed, so if you're left you might want to go the other side. It's up to you. So what you have to do is that you have to get yourself started in order to make this thing work. So we're gonna come down like this. So we're gonna come on the outside, and then we're gonna just continue to go like this. Do you see that? So you're kind of on an angle. And you can go as far as you want to on this particular project or on this loom, and you're gonna come around to the outside here and stop for a second. So just using your finger, just kind of push down so it's near to the base. So now we're gonna come straight up and around, and then around this peg. And now we're gonna be going in the opposite direction to the lean. Do you see that? And you're gonna go all the way to the other side, and then around the base and stop. Now this is the very last one that you wrapped, so it should be the first one that you take the bottom loop and toss it over, so then it will lock into position so that you can let that go. And it's easier if you lean it towards you, at least to my point of view. Some of people argue that. That's okay, argue all you want. So just take the bottom, and when I say bottom, this is the base of the loom, and just toss it over top of the other one plus the peg. I find the weight, because I am an overweight person, but I find the weight of my arm, it's natural for me to pull towards me, like almost like feeding yourself, versus picking it up and throwing it away from you. Now the reason why I'm doing it this way is that when I go to do the other side, when I go to flip up, there's gonna be no tension, because when you wrap there's tension, and so the tension is here on this side, which you can see it's not very much today because I'm kind of loose, but we won't go there today. And so you're gonna go right up to the end. So now you're going to flip it, and now take the bottom ones and flip up and over. There's no tension left anymore, so it's just a matter of just taking this, the loop, and just throwing it over. I will show you how to wrap this one more time. And once they're all done, take your thumb, push down, and the project is growing on the underside. So right where you're sitting, if you can kind of look at the direction in which things came. So right where you're sitting, come straight up, because this is the last one you wrapped, like that, and then coming around, and you're just zigzagging all the way down. So then when you get to the last one here, you're just gonna hold here. You don't have to go backward now because you've already got, that was the cast on. So you already have the loops on from underneath. So this is the last one that was wrapped, and you're just gonna come out and just knit that one and then turning it over and then pulling the ones off towards you. So it doesn't matter which direction you kind of pull them off. It just, I always start where I finish and then go in the direction from which I came. So now you're just wrapping it in one direction and knitting, and then wrapping in the other direction and then knitting, and etc. Once you're done that one, just flip up and do the ones on the bottom. There's no more tension left anymore, so it's easier to toss it away from you. And then once you're done, use your thumb push, and then you can start all over again. So it's just a matter of just looking at how things are positioned here. So you're gonna come straight up and then just zigzag back. And this is the zigzag stitch with loom knitting. And then now you're just gonna knit, and that's a good day.